day. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Now Burrow on first down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Burrow looking to pass. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Adafe Owe coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Jackson on first down. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. Amari Cooper. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them, because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now it's Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Here's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting.
Touchdown, Bengals. From 3 yards out. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Flushed out right. They can't tackle it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Jackson's going to keep it.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And pulled bulldozing his way through.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we're at halftime. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 63 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either, but boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense, guys dropping off into coverage. Their eyes averted somewhere else, and guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Flag accepted. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, here's Burrow. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. 9 yards that time.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Blowing that play up for Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tyus Bowser with a pick. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Tucker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Jackson going to run.
Wiggles, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Ravens look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense,
as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Now Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete. this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Ravens, they make NFL history with this, their 17th win without a loss. A perfect 17-0 on the regular season.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it will indeed be a 10-loss season as